Iceland, a land of otherworldly beauty. But what if I told you that the man who named it thought that Iceland was worthless? In this episode, we'll tell you how Iceland got its name and take you on a journey few would dare. Iceland's ring road in just 6 days with a baby. We'll show you everything. The wild, the magical, the rugged, and on the final day, a road so surreal, it feels like driving on Mars. So we have officially landed on Mars. We are the first YouTubers with an 8-month-old baby to land on Mars. Can you believe it? What on earth is going on? Where are we? This is actually quite surreal. Welcome to Iceland, ladies and gentlemen. This country is breathtaking, and this is our first sight of the day. Unfortunately, we started late. Unfortunately, the first few hours of our trip are part of the history of this camera because I accidentally formatted the SD card, so it's all the pictures and the footage are gone. But anyway, that's one of the few waterfalls here in Iceland where you can actually walk under the waterfall. This is, in fact, the bravest kid I've ever known in my life. And this kid is my son. Sonny, how you enjoying it? Truth is, our little guy was a champ on this trip. That first waterfall, the roar, the mist, it all made him smile. Wow, this is one marvelous waterfall, absolutely breathtaking. All of us are 100%, 150% wet. My wife insisted we go for a walk to see another waterfall, and I told her, come on honey, it's not going to get better than this. Naturally, it was better. Moral of the story, don't argue with your wife in Iceland, or anywhere really. By the time we left the waterfalls, it was around 11:30 p.m. So we headed to the hotel for much needed rest. Alright, so we are leaving our first hotel of this journey. Here is the downside of traveling Iceland, is that you have to switch hotels pretty much every single day. And when you travel with a little baby, that becomes... Son, you okay? It becomes a little troublesome, but actually it's not that bad. And here we go. Alright guys, everybody ready? Full arrangement. Wife on the left, son in the middle, Chloe to the right, and the main co-host of the show, sous chef of this trip, Ananda Kumar. Let's go. We have arrived to the site of the next breathtaking waterfall called Skógafoss. Here it is. So that's the Skógafoss, and then to the right, you can see over here is the staircase that goes all the way to the top. So it's not that hard to walk with a baby. Son, what are your first impressions? Are you impressed? Are you mesmerized? Hello. What do you think, wife, so far? So far, so good, right? All right, we have probably another 10-15 minutes sun and we'll reach the top. All right guys, I won't lie to you. As you get closer to the top, it does get a bit tiring and you do get a little bit out of breath if you are out of shape like me. All right, and here we are. Let's go and check it out. So what's the verdict? Was it worth it? Yeah, 15 minutes walk, and I think the view is definitely worth it. After Skógafoss, we continued on toward Vik, a small seaside village on Iceland's southern coast. The skies grew cloudy, and to be very honest, much of our journey was marked by this same grey, mist-filled weather. And yet, all that haze gave the scenery a rare kind of beauty. Raw, dramatic, almost mystical. Right now we are in Vik. Right behind me is this famous Vik church, which is very, very cute. And the background is stunning. Look at the rocks behind us. Look at that black sand beach. We have arrived to Reynisfjara Beach here in northern Iceland. And this place is absolutely incredible. Wow. I mean, absolutely wild. Truly breathtaking beach here in Iceland.
Very beautiful.
And
very poetic, I think that's the word.
oh, poetic, I like that. Fun fact, the black sand of Reynisfjara Beach was formed from cooled lava refined by the Atlantic Ocean over centuries. Wow, these are quite incredible rock formations. That is so cool. We got to the canyon very late, almost 11 p.m. But the best part, there were no tourists there at all. We were the only ones at the canyon, and it was incredible. This massive, gorgeous canyon instantly became my favorite spot in Iceland. But it also made me wonder, after days of nothing but beauty and greenery, who decided to call this place Iceland? What was going on through that guy's head? Stick around, because I'm about to tell you that story. When you travel with a baby, put the car seat in the middle. That way you can sit on one side and another person can sit on the right side. Mom sits on the left side. Right, Sonny? You're excited about our next destination, aren't you? this is day 3 of our Icelandic adventure. We finally has arrived to Jökulsárlón Glacier. It's one of the biggest glaciers here in Iceland, and let's go and explore it. Correction, we arrived to the Glacier Lagoon, not to the glacier. And secondly, it was so misty there that day we could barely see anything. However, it was still incredibly beautiful. And that spot was a perfect place for me to tell you the story of how Iceland was named Iceland. Here it is. Iceland, the land of majestic waterfalls, black sand beaches, glowing lagoons. But what if I told you that the guy who named this place thought it was total garbage? I'm not kidding. So let me take you to the year of 868. A man from Norway, his name was Floki, decides to start a new life. He gets on the boat, brings his wife, his kids, his animals, and crosses the northern Atlantic in search of volcanic island one of his Viking friends told him has not been settled yet. Alright? So he spends weeks at sea and finally he finds this island. He builds the camp, he plants crops, and then he hopes for the best. And then winter happens. No crops, animals dead, no hope, no food, nothing. So one day he climbs up this mountain and looks out over the fjords with nothing but ice. And not out of love, but out of desperation, he named this island Iceland. So he goes back to Norway and tells everybody that Iceland is worthless. There is nothing to do there. So for about like thousands of years, nobody really comes here. Nobody's really interested. Until about the beginning of 2000s, when someone posts a waterfall on Instagram. And the rest is history. So we're leaving this lagoon right now. Jökulsárlón.
Glacier Lagoon.
Glacier Lagoon. And our next destination, it's about 4.5 hours of drive, so we're going northwest. Let's go.
And the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed.
So guys, it's been quite a brutal drive. We've been driving through absolute mist. Can't really see anything. We've been driving for hours and hours on end. Everybody's losing their mind. We're dying of hunger. We finished the last bag of chips. We're about to start the practice of cannibalism. This weather has to stop. And finally, we are seeing clear skies ahead of us. This is unbelievable. We've arrived to Lake Hotel Egilsstaðir. So we're here, and I guess it's been here since 1903. Let's go check it out. Hey, how are you? A table for party 5.
But do you have reservation?
No.
Sorry,
Nothing?
we have very busy today. I
Oh
don't
dear
know.
God.
I mean, let me check.
4 plus 1 baby, really. Just really 4.
Let me check.
Thank you so much.
Maybe.
If you can make us some
maybe
miracle.
not. What time is it? Yeah, maybe not 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, perfect.
This is a nice hotel.
Long table on the right side.
Thank you so much. We're very excited. Long table is this one, right? Gorgeous. So, are you excited for dinner?
It's actually made in the version of the balls, as you can see, crystal risotto balls, together with the slightly chili sauce. So I actually really like it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. One in here for you. Thank you so
This
much.
burger looks divine. Apparently the best burger in the entire East Iceland. Wow.
This is what I was looking for. My head comes with
Oops. Mm. So how would you describe this fish? City, how would you describe this fish? Divine, huh? After enjoying what turned out to be the second best dinner of our trip, we hit the road once again. Stay tuned until the end of this episode to see where we found the very best food in Iceland. For now, our journey carried us deeper into the East Fjords, towards our final stop of the day, a picture-perfect scenic town called Seyðisfjörður. Good morning, it is day 4 of our journey and we're starting it right here in downtown Seljalandsfoss. What's the name of the town?
Seyðisfjörður.
We're starting in downtown of this lovely, charming Icelandic town and we're going to a place called Fillin Station. Fillin Station was the restaurant our Airbnb listed as the best breakfast spot in town. And after days of gas station meals, we were really looking forward to it. Is this the place we're going to? It's got cheap fuel in Iceland. I hope we're not going to the gas station. We've been walking for the past 20 minutes. Turns out we were looking for a nice restaurant. Airbnb person told us that the best place to eat is a gas station. That's incredible. Well, let's go find out. Oh, it's a breakfast place. Our Airbnb host was a great guy or lady. Smells very good here. Well, the breakfast was actually quite delicious. I had shakshuka, Mira had
Tuna sandwich.
tuna sandwich, was pretty delicious.
Very good.
It's a beautiful, beautiful morning here in this lovely town. Very unique, you know, you have this boat, in front of it mountains, there's a quaint little street, and there are a bunch of restaurants down the street. Really lovely. So many tourists here, let's take a look. Alright guys, we finally reached Stuðlagil Canyon, one of the most beautiful basalt column canyons here in Iceland. Lots of families come here. The canyon is over there, so it's basalt. Is it, how do you pronounce it? Basalt columns over there.
Don't quote me, I think it's basalt.
Son, are you impressed by the basalt column canyon? What are your initial thoughts? Do you think it's one of the most scenic canyons here that you've seen? Son, answer me! He's not answering, baby. He's being very quiet. Awfully quiet. Interesting. On the way to our last stop, we pulled over at the Hverir Geothermal fields, a strange, otherworldly place of steaming vents, bubbling mud pots, and a sulfur smell strong enough to knock you over. Probably not the best idea for a baby, so I stayed in the car with him. My wife, brother-in-law, and sister-in-law braved it and came back looking like zombies. After escaping the sulfur clouds with my zombie family in the car, we pushed on. Mile after mile through empty valleys, endless lava fields, and desolate stretches of nothing. And at the end of it all, waiting for us was something extraordinary. So surreal, it felt like another planet. Well, this is quite a lake. It's called Víti Crater Lake. Wifey? Wife is over there, all by herself, strolling along, trying to find meaning in her hike. The meaning is very simple: to enjoy this beautiful scenery. Good morning. Today's day 4 of our Icelandic journey and it's the last full day here. Now we're on the way to Kirkjufellsfoss. Apologize to Iceland for butchering all the names of all the beautiful spots here. Our next destination was one of the most photographed waterfalls in Iceland. But getting there was no small task. The drive took nearly 5 hours and the first 4 were quite brutal. Misty skies, long stretches of monotonous scenery, and it felt endless. Still, after all that, we finally arrived. Alright, so we've reached this waterfall, and I must say it's quite picturesque. It's very unique in the sense that there is this gorgeous mountain in the background, and if you stand in the right angle and use the right filters, that picture on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook can be quite incredible. And in real life, I would give it 4.5 out of 5. I think it's great. I wish the weather today was a little bit less misty, but overall, it's lovely. I enjoyed it. Son, you enjoyed it? Any comments? No comments once again. This guy is a man of few words. Actually, no words. All right, it's about 6:15 p.m. in this lovely, charming port town. Monday, very quiet. There's really nobody here, just us. And all right, so here's the plan. We're going to head out towards Reykjavik, but we're going to try to take one of the most remote, yet as some people describe, otherworldly routes. Route 550. It's not a cemented road. There's no cell phone reception. There is no Wi-Fi, and there are really no cars. So let's see whether we'll ever get out of that place. Alright guys, it's about 10 p.m. This is the day 5 of our Icelandic journey, and we are about to do something unthinkable. Road F550, one of the most remote Icelandic routes in the entire country, and it crosses the Icelandic Highlands. Apparently very rugged, only 4x4s can enter. There is no cell phone reception, there is no internet, there's no wireless, there are no cars. If you're stranded, if you're broken down, you're done. You may say, why on earth are you doing this? Well, because we're absolutely unhinged. And here's the beginning of the road, by the way. One thing I need to mention is that it's a 40-kilometer segment, but it usually takes about 2 hours to traverse. So let's give it a try. So far this road looks like a construction zone, and whoever mentioned that this zone is scenic and picturesque should be publicly executed here in Iceland on this very road. Just kidding. Whoever said this should be ashamed of themselves. What a disgrace. All right, but let's give it a try. Let's give them a benefit of a doubt. This does feel like you're on a different planet. Let me see if I can show this to you guys. We're gonna try to. Wow, it's just like this. It's a different planet indeed. Look at the scenery, the mist, the gray horizon, just the entire terrain here looks very much surreal. Guys, how does it feel to be the first in something? Son, you've reached Mars. You haven't even reached first birthday and you're already on Mars. We have officially landed on Mars. Can you believe it? It's unbelievable. What on earth is going on? Where are we? This is actually quite surreal. It's raw, it's wild, it's authentic, and it's bloody gorgeous. We cannot see anything in front of us. And I can drive, but I cannot see anything. I have GPS, which stands for Global Positioning System, guys. But we're not on Earth, so GPS doesn't work here. It's Mars. It's MPS, Mars Positioning System. All right, this is the last day of our journey through Iceland, and we are in Reykjavik. We're the capital of this beautiful country, and we're staying in the central part of the city. We're pretty tired and sleep deprived, but overall it has been a wonderful journey. Alright, so finally it's time for me to tell you where we had our best meal in Iceland. He was right here in Reykjavik at a little place called Sea Baron. And honestly, it was easily one of the best seafood meals I've ever had in my life, anywhere. So we'll start with a lobster soup, right? Alright, let's try. It's just perfect. I'm a big fan. So Ananda got a shot of shark. I guess it's one of the local drinks. Let's see his reaction. You ready? So there's a cube of sugar, and now he's gonna, let's do it. Okay, he's dead. Should we take you to emergency room? This is it. Call ambulance. All right, time to try. Please, squeeze lemon. So food here is absolutely amazing. This is the best meal I personally have had in Iceland during the 6-day trip. If you love fish, if you're into seafood, that's the place to visit. After days of chasing waterfalls, craters and desolate highlands, we slowed down. The rest of the day we wandered through Iceland's quaint little capital, walking along the harbor, stopping into bakeries, and just letting the streets lead us. And with that, our 6-day ring road adventure came to an end, at least until the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. So son, what's your overall impression of Iceland? Did you have a good time? Son? He's trying to operate the stroller. Son, do you like this? Oh! Exercise, son. Let's go. Pull-ups. Let's go. One more time. One more time.